Alright, hello everyone. Here we are, hole number 2. Masters tournament here. Gonna take our first look at this one. Okay. Into the wind. What I'll typically try to do is, I'd usually try to get it up here. Still may try to do that. Thinking something along the lines of maybe a turkey. A tough shot though. This is definitely a tough shot. So you can see, the biggest thing that I'm worried about is making sure that it gets over to the other side. And you can see I switched up to a jewel ball. I want to make sure that I'm able to get that length to get it over to this side. And also having that length for the second shot actually ends up helping you as well. So that's also, there was a season, maybe season 11, I'm thinking, somewhere around there, where they have a very similar ball, but with some side spin. So that ball would be ideal for this hole. Because the more power that you can keep on, the better. And also have that wind reduction down as well. Wind reduction down is going to help you with the second shot. Now, what I typically like to do is, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. There's a back spin approach that you can do with a thorn, but it takes really a lot of length off the tee to even be able to pull that off, because you'll see you might not be able to pull up into this green too much. So alternatively, I like to land on this fringe. You can see about more or less how this is going to roll out. We're going to play some wind effect here. I'm thinking somewhere around here, and I'm just trying to figure out how this is going to land here. You can see where max club was. I was maybe a little bit more than mid. So, I'm going to do a little bit of an overpull here. 8.6 rings or so. Almost, didn't want that great ball. Let's see if that's yes, I needed it though. So it just goes to show you how much you actually need to overpull. I had that going right on line. It just did check up just a little bit too much. So you can see, landing on that fringe is going to be pretty good, but you do have to watch your backspin. You can see I did maybe about 3.5, which is really the tops I ever go. I never try to use more than that on that Hornet, because you'll see that it does check up too fast. So something you definitely have to worry about. But also, keep in mind, the wind effect that I had on that. You could see that before I even started, I was about a grid over. And on top of that, I landed to the left of where I even originally attempted with that great ball. And it's still, that's what it took to get the ball online. So you got to keep that in mind, that you really got to have that offset kind of significant there for that case, because you really don't have a lot of room for error. You can never kind of land it on line with the hole and just overplay it, because then you might push yourself out onto the fairway. So you have to really set that offset up, because that wind effect is going to happen regardless of, whether you try to do an overplay or not. But you don't want to land on, you don't want to set up to land on that fringe there and then have it land on the fairway. So you do got to make sure that you're picking a spot where you're going to be able to stay on that same surface. And the ball guide also shows you that, you can accommodate enough of that wind effect. So keep those tips in mind. Good luck with that hole. That's going to be a relatively good way to play it. a good way to be consistent there, and just watch your backspin, and good luck.